Did you know you can hard boil eggs in an air fryer and no water required? An air fryer preheats really quickly, while on a stove you have to wait for that water to come up to a boil, add your eggs in, and deal with that water afterwards. This is really a great device for hard boiled eggs. Can you call it a hard boiled egg? Maybe it's a hard air fried egg. An air fryer is gonna be the perfect tool also if you just wanna make a couple eggs or a whole lot all at once. Really simple, it's just $2.75 for 10 to 12 minutes. I'm gonna put all these in there. No fancy devices required, just lay them in there. Just make sure they're spread out. 10 minutes for runny and 12 minutes for soft yolk. Right in there. Great thing about this method is the timer and temp is all controlled by the air fryer itself. And there is no need to worry about flipping or rotating them, just let them cook. An ice bath will immediately stop the eggs from cooking to keep those nice creamy yolks if that's what you're going after. And it'll also help the whites pull away from the shell, making it easier to peel. Now's a good time to make your toast, cook up some bacon, or if you're having this on a salad, I love a Cobb salad with some hard-boiled eggs, go ahead and assemble that. Other beautiful thing about air frying eggs is there's no cleanup. We didn't use any oil, the eggs don't leave any residue, we're not dealing with boiling water. It's really easy and low maintenance. What did we do before you, air fryer? What were we doing? How were we cooking our meals? I don't know what we were doing. We were microwaving everything. Say hello to the new microwave, which don't, do not microwave your eggs to try and hard boil them. I've learned the hard way. We hopped in our time machine back to one of the very first problem solved episodes. Ah! It really scared me. The egg basically exploded in there. I had a mess to clean up in a microwave. I've really experimented with different temperatures and time. This is what I found to work the best. Other time to temperature ratios have given me whites that aren't quite set yet. 275 for at least 10 minutes will set the whites, and then you can let it go a little bit longer from there depending on how you like your yolks. Another benefit of this method is maybe in your household or if you're making eggs for a crowd, they like their eggs at different temperatures, so just go ahead and make them all at the same time. Just pull a few early and then you can finish cooking the rest for people who like firmer yolks. It's really a great solution for weekend breakfasts or brunch. This is also great for meal prep. I was saying this the other day when I was testing these, sometimes a hard-boiled egg hits, a little salt and pepper on there, or even just some salt, so good. Pre-made hard-boiled eggs usually have like a funny taste to them. Just making your own is so easy. That's why I like this method. It takes the headache out of making your own hard-boiled eggs at home. Batch 1 being released. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, fine. And we're gonna cook through the rest of these with our remaining time. And you're just gonna let these chill for just a few minutes. Hard-boiled eggs don't take too much effort or time. The good thing about this, even this bowl, you know, I'm using the water, the ice, the bowl, really don't even need to clean it. Just give it a quick rinse, maybe a little soap, and just dry it out. Another super easy thing to clean afterwards. This ice bath will immediately stop cooking the eggs so those yolks don't become more firm if you want them runny. It'll also help with peeling. The shocking pulls the white away from the shells a little bit so that they peel clean. I'm gonna set these aside so they cool completely. Batch 2, same thing here. Even if you want a well-done yolk, just to make sure they're not overcooked, pull them immediately, get them in that ice bath. Letting them just sit at room temperature means they're gonna keep cooking and overcook. Don't leave them in the air fryer. Even though it's off, it's really hot in there. I can feel it. I don't wanna get these confused. Help me keep track. This is our runnier yolk, our 10-minute eggs. These are gonna be our 12-minute eggs. I have a little tip if you're ever trying to do a little A/B test at home. You just need a dry erase marker. You can take a bowl on the outside of the bowl or a plate and you just write. So this is my 10-minute egg. This is my 12-minute egg. And where there's no condensation, I'm gonna write on these as well. 12-minute, my 10-minute, the grand reveal. There's the 10-minute bowl. Writing on your bowls and plates can sometimes be helpful. Maybe you have a dough that's rising, just write on there what time you started it so you know an hour, so you don't have to set a timer and guess or anything like that. So keep a dry erase marker in your kitchen. And it wipes clean, just like that, or maybe with a towel. And now we gotta write it again. Let's crack into a 10-minute egg. Now you wanna carefully get underneath that membrane. That's what keeps the shell stuck to the egg. So once you get under that part, you can gently peel the rest. Now be really careful, you don't wanna rush it. Sometimes peeling an egg does take a little time. Things stick a little bit, like that one. Not everyone's gonna be perfect egg. Now here's our 10-minute beauty. Nice, jammy, runny. This is perfect. That's exactly how I like my yolks. Let's see if we can peel a better one. I was rushing and I was distracted. Here's another fringe benefit. You don't need to hard boil brown eggs, but I find that the brown eggshell is easier to spot than white eggshell, so you're not like crunching into one. Is it a 100% necessary thing? No, but it does help to have the eggshell brown, so you know you got it all off of the egg. Now I'm gonna concentrate to peel this nicely, but this does peel a lot easier. And hard-boiled eggs too, if you're storing these, just make sure they're labeled in a container or you know that they're hard-boiled and not fresh eggs. But sometimes I like to keep them in their shell and not peel them right away, especially if you're meal prepping. There's another one, great looking yolk in the center. That's really great. Beautiful. So usually I crack the wider side first because it has that little air pocket in there, and that's where you can more easily get underneath that membrane. Now since these are a little firmer, a little cooked through, this is peeling ever so slightly easier and more uniform, but the egg as a whole is much more firm. Once you have a full egg, it's not cracked or the white is broken, you can use that same water just to rinse it off a little bit, and there you go. Got a clean egg ready to go. So let's cut into this one. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Just love, thank you, air fryer. It's just so easy. That is an ideal hard-boiled egg, whether you're using an air fryer or boiling. There's the pointy end and the wider end. That's usually where you can get underneath that membrane, the little air pockets there. Once you find that, it should be easy to peel the rest of the egg. These are peeling nice and easy. Cooked through, but still has that soft creaminess. I feel like this is more of a winner right here. This is the one you want. Look at that. Look at that egg. Let's go with a jammy one. Oh, yeah. Jammy goodness. Those were a little runny. These set up just a little bit more. They're still nice and gooey in the center. A little salt, crack of pepper. Gotta give it a taste test. Rich, creamy yolk. Nice, super tender white. Like, it really does do the best job of cooking an egg. Thank you, air fryer, for a delicious snack.